Everybody, welcome to the channel. My name is Angelo from the T-Squad family, and today I have a very exciting video. Actually, all my videos, I think, in my opinion, are exciting. But today I was driving down the road in Pineville, North Carolina, when I noticed a historical site. And when I see historical sites, I want to stop and see what they are, even though I have no idea what they are, or it doesn't matter. Historical site catches my attention. So as I was driving, I said, okay, I'm going to pull over. So I pull over to the historical site, and whoa, James K. Polk. If you're not familiar with James K. Polk, he is our 11th president. He was a Democrat, and he was from Pineville, North Carolina. And I believe it was like 1795 to 1848, if I'm not mistaken. So I definitely ended up pulling over, and I want to check out this site, and I want to take you guys with me because this is really, really cool. Like I said, I pulled in here. What a beautiful day here in North Carolina. But I pulled in and I noticed all these older structures, and I'm like, oh, I got to check this out. And then I come across here, President James K. Polk State Historical Site. You can go ahead and read this. It is pretty cool. In 1794, Samuel and James Polk started a farm, which was right here in Pineville, North Carolina. And it goes on saying that they received a wedding gift from Samuel's father, Ezekiel. The couple lived here with 5 of their 10 children, including their eldest child, James Knox, born in November 2nd. By the way, November 2nd is my brother's birthday. They worked the land with 2 enslaved women, Violet and Lucy, I believe. But as the farm expanded, they purchased 2 male field hands. They grew cotton and other crops until moving to Duck River Valley in 1806. This is when he left North Carolina, I believe. Saying that early farm life in Mecklenburg County. We are in the Mecklenburg County here in Pineville. The main house before it was reconstructed. But it keeps going and going and going. And by the way, Lady Bird Johnson dedicates the historical site back in 1968. I thought this was pretty cool. This may be boring to some people, but I am in love with history. And this is why I decided to stop on by and take a look at James K. Polk's place. Looks like we have a visitor center off of this little rest area. It's like a little park. And there it is right there. But all right, let's head to... Like I said, the visitor center's closed right now. We're not going to be able to get in there. Let's keep moving. I know, this is random. But hey, it's something, and I love it. All right, so President James K. Polk State Historical Site, tobacco in Piedmont. North Carolina was huge on tobacco, especially this area right here. If you're familiar with Winston-Salem, Winston is in North Carolina, and that actually the Winston cigarette, so that all area was tobacco. Actually, not far from here, there was thousands of acres of tobacco growing farms that are now just plain fields. And it's pretty cool because every time I drive by, I'm like, wow, that's history, because that was back in 1800s of growing tobacco, 18 and 1900s. And it's still there, just a blank field, and I don't even think they can farm it anymore. So you can pause this if you'd like. I just read it. I don't want to bore you if you don't want to read it. You can fast forward this, but pretty much you can pause this right here. It basically tells you about the cotton and how they grow it and stuff like that. So let's move on to this area. That is just a little tiny garden. All right, let's move on to the most exciting part of this entire... Oh, I see somebody raising the flag over there. Yes. They are raising the flag. As I'm talking, I was like, what is that going on behind me? But they're actually raising, if I'm not mistaken, they're raising both North Carolina flag and the United States flag. All right, walking to these structures. I don't know if we can get in. I doubt it. It's probably locked, but these are all reconstructed to kind of bring it to what it was or how it looked back then. Getting attacked over here. Oh yeah, look at that. Look at that. How beautiful. So it doesn't really say on the buildings of what this is, but I'm assuming this was the main home. And I thought there'd be a plaque there, but it's not. Maybe it's on the other one. But look at that. Look how it's just sitting. Look at that. Look how it's just sitting on these rocks. They're not even anchored in the rocks. But that's what it was back then. You could see the detail of the mortar and how these are fingers. Like they would take it, roll it up, and then just push it in. And then just like push it in like that. You could see all the fingers of even fingerprints. Some of them have fingerprints. That's pretty cool. This is the original wood. Ah, look at that. Wow. Like I said, can't get in it, but you could see where those supports there, those are the rafters going across. That is the second level, so your floor would be on top of that right there. Too bad I can't get in here. All right, this is the second building off to the right. Like I said, there's no plaques that say what these buildings are, but I really find it so interesting. Yeah, those are true shutters, by the way. Those would open and you'd have a window right there. What we call shutters. And it's sitting right next to the main house right there, because I believe that is the main house. Probably be easier if the visitor center was open, but they don't open. I don't believe they don't open till like 9. But it's just pretty cool to get an idea of what James K. Polk back in 1800s, you know, the structure that he lived in. Here's another outbuilding, you would call it. I don't know if it's a storage right now, but look how old those timbers are. Look, you can actually see them bowing a little bit out. Wow. And of course, you see those timbers there. Those are the floors, so there's actually an upper level. But I find it so fascinating how that's a foundation right there. Look, you can see how they cut the wood. Boom, 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 boom. With an axe or... Well, that's pretty cool. We're going to head to one more location, which is down the hill. I want to show you that real quick. Before I leave, I want to see, where is that plaque? Cannot find the plaque. Here's another... This is the same structure, but it does have a fireplace, like the main structure right there. Well, as we walk to the next location, I do want to state a few things here. You know, James K. Polk, K stands for Knox, was the 11th president of the United States. I believe that, if I'm not mistaken, that plat said 1845 to 1849. And if I'm not mistaken, he was born in that log cabin behind us in Mecklenburg County in 1795, which Mecklenburg County, we are actually in Pineville right now. His father Samuel was a wealthy farmer and a land surveyor, and back then land surveyors were popular because they were dividing up all that property right here and you know, across the Appalachian Mountains and all that. So when I say Columbia, I mean Columbia, Tennessee, where he opened up a law firm. But he did not enter the United States House of Representatives until 1825. This is the entrance, by the way. Right there's the main road. We're in Pineville, North Carolina. So when you enter, this is the first structure you see. We're gonna read it. Here it is. President James K. Polk State Historical Site. Here it is. 1904, that monument was made. For years, the monument stood as the only indication of the Polk's time in Mecklenburg. Originally located where the main house is today, it was moved to make way for the building. The site opened in 1968 when President Lyndon Johnson's wife, Lady Bird, dedicated it. Yep. And there's the plaque, or I'm sorry, the monument, and then building it. That's the original farm right there. But look at this. Here it is. Here it is. Here stood the house in which was born November 2nd, 1795, James Knox Polk, President of the United States from 1845 to 1849, erected by Mecklenburg Chapter Daughters of the American Revolution. I believe that says 1901. Look at that. You know, if you guys have any history about James K. Polk, like that I didn't mention, which I probably didn't mention a lot, share it in the comment section below. Because you can see the trees that are just twigs now. I mean, who knows? But that is pretty cool. The original site right here. So we are actually standing, if you look at an angle that's actually facing that way, that would be standing right here. Right here. So like I said, that's the first thing you see when you pull in from that area right there. The gates were open, that's why I pulled in. You would pull down this road and you would see, like, not that guy riding his bike, but you would see the homes right there that was restored, and off to the right you would see the visitor center with my truck right there, which is closed. Hey guys, thanks for being here. I know it was a quick video and a quick historical video that we all should learn about our presidents, and I'm very fascinated about historical sites, and I had to stop and check this out and put it on video. So hey, if you have not subscribed, do so by hitting that subscribe button. Go a step further. Whew. It's a little steep hill here. Hit that bell and you'll get notified for videos like this. In the meantime, check that out. If you're ever in the North Carolina, Charlotte area, we are in Pineville, North Carolina. Come visit this area. Come pay your respects to this beautiful site. And we will see you guys in the next video. Building now on State Historical Site. And this is the entrance right here off of James K. Polk Highway, because that's what that is, near the Little Sugar Creek Greenway.